worked. All right. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so let's take a look at what we'll do today. So I'm going to bring back the window. I'm going to unhide that. Okay, so let's take a look at what we'll do today. So there's the window piece. So I'm going to bring back the window. I'm going to unhide that. I'm going to get a good vertical look at it. So there's the window piece. So I'm going to bring back the window. I'm going to get a good vertical look at it. Okay, so I changed it from its original thing, the sill, the whole sill area. So I'm going to actually make a new one. Okay, so I changed it from its original thing, the sill, the whole sill area. So I'm going to actually make a new one. Okay, so I changed it from its original thing, the sill, the whole sill area. So I'm going to actually make a new one. So I kind of want to keep just these two edges. However, what I do want to do Actually, yeah, I'm gonna compress them a bit. We'll say so. Kind of want to keep just these 25 for starters. Edges. However, what I do want to do, actually, yeah, I'm gonna compress them a bit. We'll say 25 for starters. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So I'm going to go ahead and detach this. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So I'm going to go ahead and detach this. So now in order to get these to flip so the outside is facing out rather than in, there's an option here called flip, and that's exactly what it does. And you have the highlighted polys that will flip their faces in reverse. And you can tell, a good way to be able to identify, so now in order to get the polys that are reversed versus the way you want them to be, here's the original. They'll look darker. So if you want to make sure that the proper side is face outward towards whatever it is you're doing, you can tell usually that way. You'll also, if you have it wrong and you go to try to bridge them, you'll quickly see problems pop up. Like they'll go in weird directions and overlap and stuff, and it will just look wrong. So now we have them outward. Good. I think I call this pinnacle win T1. So to reconnect, reconnect all of these, I'm just going to, instead of, well, I guess I could. Might actually be a better idea to do it that way. So if I bridge that, I can essentially leave that as the identifier place for the window. But I will need to replace a few of these since sometimes they do fill incorrectly. Not by much, but enough where it matters. If you want to try and texture it, it would look off. Cisco, good morning. How are the donuts last night? Were they good? Oh, nice. Can you hear the music? You had a regular chocolate donut? That sounds nice, though. Nothing wrong with keeping it simple. I wouldn't mind a donut. Yeah, I don't know if does it show the links for you that I put in? Like this is from the same content creator. Does the music? This is okay, cool. This is again, it's by Reploid on his page. Albert Odyssey Legend of Eldean. And I picked this one out because it's nice, you know, it's mellow. And it's like a 2-hour like relaxing fantasy ambient mix. You know, something nice to have in the background for some fun design. Yeah, I picked it up for that. I didn't realize it was like a single looped song. I figured I didn't take a close enough look at it. I thought it was more of like a full-on OST, but it's still very nice. Hide by name. Get this window. Are you making the donuts tonight too? Crunchy? Oh, yeah, no, I'm not eating anything. I have some juice. Oh, yeah? What are you going to be shopping for? Granola bars, bananas, and other stuff for your daily lunch. Oh, okay. You don't have any big weekend plans? Oh. Well, I hope you have a good time. Thanks. I'm probably going to play a bit more R-Type tonight. Well, I don't have anything really, like, epic planned or anything like that. Hey, how's it going, Angel? How are you? You got big plans, Angel, for the weekend? Wow, you really are all in on the pastries, huh, Cisco? Even off hours, you're all in on the pastries, huh? don't have any pastries. I have to live my pastry life through you. Wow, so you're both doing coffee shops? Oh, and a trading card show? Oh, that sounds cool. Are you into like the, what is it, the TTCG thing? Tabletop card game, right? Is that what it is? Yeah, what type of cards? Oh, this is some more BGM we got today from Reploid 2 Angel. It's nice, relaxing Albert Odyssey Legend of Eldean. So it's a mix of tabletop card game or game cards and sports. Oh, okay. Pokemon cards, just started collecting. Oh, cool. Cool. Those are pretty popular. Digimon? Yeah. I like Digimon. I mean, I like the anime. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that when I was a kid. I liked the Digimon cartoons, like, better than the Pokemon ones because they talked. They didn't just constantly repeat their names. And I just thought it was a little bit more, like, interesting. But I never got into card games, really. I don't know why. Just never was a draw, which is surprising, I guess. A lot of people I know that like games and anime stuff, they like also cards and manga, and I don't dislike it, but I never got into manga either, or comic books or anything like that, which is weird since, you know, like the artist thing, but just kind of never got into it. I like the movies though, like those the Avengers movies and stuff. Like there's that one coming out, Doomsday. That should be good. Oh, there's nothing wrong with the stuff, Angel. I've got friends that read it and stuff too. It was just kind of an odd combo for me that I wasn't really into it. I mean, I don't dislike it. I just never cared. I like anime and games and stuff, but I just never got pulled into the manga or card game thing. I don't know. Everybody's got their stuff, you know, that they like. Oh, the what's it called again? Something Home or something, right? Isn't that already on like one of the services, or am I wrong? Yeah, but a lot of stuff, I don't know, a lot of stuff seems to be coming out and going right to streaming also, because there's fewer people hitting the movies because everything is so expensive right now. New Day. Yeah, I could have swore I saw that on one of the services, but I might be wrong. Maybe I was thinking, maybe it was one of the other ones. I wasn't really looking for it, so I didn't really pay that much attention. That new Godzilla movie looks pretty cool too. The supernova, that's fun. I think I know what I'd do with this. Wait. There's a bit of a slant to it. Oh, that's fine. I can just do it that way. It's going to be one of these, and I'm actually going to duplicate this. I'm going to clone it. Doing copy, not instance. And we're going to change. We're going to call this Win T1. And this is actually going to be this T1 Win Pane. Not like pane, but window pane. And the other one, we're going to change the color too. Give it something like that. Well, maybe something like that. So that's window pane. And we have window pane T1. Win glass. Oh wait, that's the window pane. Right. Window. Oh, fixture. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. And they overlap. So the pane is going to be the glass. And I'm going to make a few little changes to the window glass pane. And we can hide. Wait. Hold on. We're going to. That's first. Fixture. Hide selection. Window pane. Yes. This part, we don't actually need it here. I was pondering this while I was doing it because of the... Here, I'll show you. See how it turns? I mean, it's not a problem, but, you know, glass or window in a glass doesn't usually bend, or it's not supposed to. If it does, there's something wrong. So I'm just going to keep the window glass over most of it, the part of it that's straight, like on the vertical. Oh. And this is still probably a bit thick for window glass. We'll change that too. Actually, that was bothering me. The other thing is not called a window fixture. It's window trim. Okay, that was actually bothering me. I was like, wait a minute, that's not the right word for that. Okay, so we have this kind of nice now. But there's still one thing to do. It's kind of thick for window glass. So I actually want to kind of, I want to try to like bring it in a bit. Something that's a little bit more you know, believable there. But I want to also see how that lines up with the trim. I want to make sure. So if I were to take the window glass, oh wait, wrong one. No, that's right. You know, it might actually still be a little thicker than I'd want. Window glass is usually pretty thin. Yep. Yeah, I think that's better. Here's a little thing about window glass, or glass in general, for VFX and games too. You might be wondering why I have so many different polyfaces there. And this has been, you know, something I've tried out in different ways. If it were a straight up flat texture, for a mirror or something like that, that's fine. If you have it subdivided into a bunch of other smaller faces, in this case for like window glass, you actually tend to get a better reflection and refraction quality because of the density of detailed polys. It's just something I've noticed. I've noticed for larger things like that, when it's just one flat face, you can get some kind of weird, unwanted surface reactions. So on the window glass, dividing it up, especially if it's transparent. Like I said, like on a mirror is reflective, 100%. And you would want that to be flat. So that tends to be fine. But glass with transparency, when you know, you make a transparent glass shader, it benefits more from having a bunch of smaller subdivided polygon faces versus one large one. So just a little thing I've noticed in trying this stuff out in different ways. So for this, I'm actually going to, especially also, since we have some different angles going on in here, and I might actually go ahead and adjust that as well. I might make it so it's relatively flat. Like this. This will be burrowed inside of the trim. That wouldn't matter. It's not really visible. And I'll get a better reflection and refraction with minimal distortion by having them align that way. That looks good. That's much better. And I'm actually going to subdivide it even more. Just check around it, make sure everything looks good. Which, once I add these connect, we'll know if something isn't because it'll immediately look off. But no, we're there. Everything is good. Alright, so we have our glass. We have our glass made. That's good. Now, we're going to make the window trim. You know, I can probably hide the window pane since the trim is going to be different. There's a couple ways I can do this. I don't necessarily want to have them that small. So I'm going to do like a little test here. I want to see what I think of how this will look. We'll ignore the back facing. We're going to go ahead and just remove these. And what I'm going to do, actually, if I do that, I might want to do one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take a look at it for a minute. No, I can make that work. Okay, I can make that work. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw vertical, except I'm also going to... That should have only done down the line there. Good. 3 and 4. Not minus 25 either. We don't want any pinch on that. Wait, 2. Okay, actually I added one more than I intended. Connect. 3. Yes, that's more what I want. Oh wait, connect. No pinch though. Welcome back, Cisco. Well, it's actually both. I figured this was something I had been wanting to do anyway, and I saw it as a double option, an opportunity to do it, and to show people some of the fun, exciting world of 3D design. So it does have a purpose other than just being for, you know, no reason other than showing it. Yeah, sometimes I'll stream the stuff for the Orion game project, but this was a project I had been wanting to do also, and for it's for something different, so it's good to mix it up a bit. Like the one being, you know, like very sci-fi, and this one is more like Gothic style architecture, dark fantasy will be, you know, like when I get the kit bash going. Hi guys, welcome to stream. Okay, so now I want to take this and go right down with it. Oops, 50 minus 50. This one is a little bit kind of fun also for another reason, Cisco. This one, unlike some of the other projects, this one I started right for the stream, so it's like from square one. So it'll be like the whole thing, not necessarily just picking up like in the middle of something. So it'll be like a process of seeing the whole thing as it gets made. And I thought that would be pretty fun to share. No problem. Be like a fun little adventure to take, stream on with me for like the duration of the whole thing. Minus 0.5. Okay, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good one. What's good? Oh, really? I didn't see it loading anything. I mean, I don't know if it was for anyone else. Oh, really? I don't know. Maybe they're doing some, like, I don't know, online maintenance or something since it's the weekend. I have no idea. I'm going to try something fun with this right now. I'm just curious to see what Tessellite does to this. That's funny. Oh, what is the other one? The other modifier is kind of fun. Isosceles, octagon, tetragon. Joints only, struts only. Ah. Wow, that turns messy. I wasn't planning on using it anyway. It was just it was funny to see. Yeah, the music is nice. Hello, welcome to stream. This is more, Angel, this is more of the music that Reploid X invited me to share while streaming. Like, he said I can use anything on his entire playlist. So I grabbed this one because it was about a 2-hour mix of just some chill, like, mellow tune. And I thought that would be nice for doing some 3D design. You know, chill atmosphere. Hi guys, welcome. Happy Friday, everyone. Anybody got any fun plans? I'll probably do some gaming later tonight. Okay, so I want to do a little test render. I'll give it a second. Everything's looking flat. All my vertices and poly faces are looking good. Let me double check them back here. Yeah, welcome. I'm kind of doing a series for a like 3D environment scene project I'm doing. It's going to be a bunch of different buildings and structures, kind of like a gothic horror or dark sci-fi, not that sci-fi, dark fantasy style. And I'm starting with one building called Tower of Ravens. Right now, I'm building like a it's a pinnacle and window frame, window glass. Like that. And I'm going to be doing a kit bash with it. Let's see, that's the glass itself. And what I need is the pane. No, not the pane, window trim. Yeah. And I'm going to be kind of doing this, and if you're familiar with kind of like classic English or European style, where it almost has like a, like the trim is boxed around window panes, I'm going to be doing that with this. I mean, like vertical panes. I just want to get everything around the edges right first. And let's see. So if I have this one and this one. So if we have 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 2, so that's not going to do it. What I could do is start with 3 here, 3 here, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That would actually go better. So it's going to be in sets of 3. Okay. No problem. Figure the dimensions I want to use, and it's not that. Let's get that out of there. And don't actually want to do that either. So what I could do is get rid of these other faces. Yes. realistically, I really only need to do one side of the pane, or I'm sorry, of the fixture. So I could actually connect these. Okay, make everything go a little bit easier. Then I'll just target weld everything. And that'll be great. Oh. China. There we go. That's what I need to do. That's good. Same down here. Nice. Okay, right. So that looks good. We only need to have 1/2 of the fixture. I'll grab it from the top there. Like this. because with kit bashing we can just replicate it, and it saves you from having to do so many extra steps. Okay, nice. Alright, now let's see. 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. Make sure I get both sides of these. And we'll use an insert. And I'll probably make it go up to, let's see. It's about 21.9, so I'll do 1.5. There. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Okay, that came out a little bit different. It's doing them all as a single. I actually wanted to do more like that. So I'll do, it'll catch both sides since I don't have back facing selected. It'll do both sides. And I'll insert, getting the dimensions I want. It'll just be a few more clicks rather than one, which is okay. And I'll actually get rid of these now. This groupings of these, the whole point is to get rid of them. I'll unhide the window pane. And we can trim this down as well. Oops. So that's right. Hold on. Invisible. Okay, so I'll grab the window pane, break it down the center. And this will be good too for another reason, which I'll explain in a second. We'll just go ahead and bridge, close that off. Nice. And I could actually make that a bit smaller, which I might do. For other reasons. We don't want the window pane that's behind and in between the wood trim to come to the edge of the wood trim. It would just not be like, that would not look good. So we'll trim a bit of that glass off. Down here, yeah, there's absolutely no reason for it now to have to come all the way down there. Unless I wanted to make something here, but I don't plan on that, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. That's good. And there's no reason for the same on the top. And let's see over here. 2 in. That'll be good. And on this side, yeah, it still comes short of that, so that little bit of overlay for the glass is good. And we'll grab our border tool. Go around the edge. And bridge it. While I was doing this, gave me another thought to adding more dynamic into it. Since I am making it a kit bash, we now would have the option, since the window pane and the fixture has been broken up, where these doors, or windows, excuse me, could open. Like, you would open them from side to side. Let me see if I can give an idea what I mean. Let me reposition that. Pivot point. So, like, you could have these go like that, is what I mean. Now that each one is separate, these would be replicated on the other side. They would be exactly the same. So there's no reason to make all that extra work. And on top of it, for any reason, if any time in the kit bash I wanted to make the windows or set some as open, or in, you know, little bit of a different juxtapositions, I can do that more easily now. I don't have to create an entire separate window pane and window fixture in order to do that. So let me have it set there inside of hold on, let's go get a test render. It's not going to look like anything at this point. There's no textures, there's no anything like that. It's just for metrics. But I'm pretty satisfied with that. I think that's pretty good. It adds additional options. The other thing would be to separate the entire windowsill area from the pinnacle base. That way, and I kind of described this yesterday, if I wanted to make a different style windowsill, something maybe with a different shape or whatever, it doesn't matter, I can do it based on the same exact scaling size, so I could essentially pop these in and out at will if I wanted to make like a variation on the theme. So what I'll do is we'll actually isolate these and do that now. I'll get anything that I don't need necessarily out of the way, so it doesn't, you know, become like confusion. Because there is definitely a lot of geometry going on in there, so we don't want to miss anything. You want to be careful with this, though. You want to be careful. If you ever try doing this, you know, geometry kind of stuff on your own, you're going to always want to take a careful look over everything before you just, like, impulsively do anything, especially if you have a lot of angles to look at. It's easy to overlook things. And I can probably just do all of this easier from the top view. we got everything. There's a quick way I can double check. That way if I did miss anything, I can go back and quickly undo it. So I'm going to detach this. And I'll change its color too. I'll make it like a, I don't know, purple. That's fine. And see if I missed anything. Nope. It all looks good. And there I have it. I've created the area where the windowsill will fit in. And that way I can also create... I'm only thinking of one other version. And I'll make that probably next. And that's good enough right there. Yep. So I'm going to call this... Oh wait, what did I call it? Win Sil T1. So I have Win Sil T1. I've got Win Trim and Win Pane T1, and these all go together. And it's easy to identify them. All right, so I'm thinking about this. So I have another windowsill I'll want to create for this area. That'll come with its own window pane and window fixture. I'm thinking about doing like a full-on arched curve at the top. Even more like you know, just so there's two different kinds. And I think that'll be nice. And I might even do a different kind of window fixture. Maybe something more... Oh, I have an idea. Like those diagonal lines that kind of look like end up looking like they're diamond shaped. That's a good idea. I might do that. But I'll figure all that out as I shape the sill itself. So we have one kind here, and one kind of pane and fixture. So that's nice. But the other parts, like this, they're interchangeable with that. They fit right in with it. They're essentially built off of it. So like all of the scaling, it's right there, pretty exact. And I'll only need to, for the pinnacles, I'll only need to make the original of each one of these things the one time. Anytime I want to reuse those meshes, I can just replicate them. So you see, as we start to add to our kitbash build list for each part of this area of the towers. I mean, it's going to be a bunch of stuff, but it's getting off to a good start. Got some nice detail in it. The real, of course, you know, flashy detail look will start to really come out, you know, later on. This is just kind of setting everything up, getting it structured. I did put some detail into the windowsill arch area there, but not too much. A lot of times that comes up visually once texturing is applied, and that should be interesting too. So it might pivot like eventually when I'm done with the building of the tower meshes, might pivot them into Substance Painter, which is a really great program if you've never heard of it. Substance Painter is one of the best 3D painting with some, you know, smart texturing programs out there. I have that program as well, and that's the one that typically all the pros use. You know, even with things like movies, advanced VFX, games, top end stuff, they use Substance Painter. I mean, there are other programs too. It's not the only one everyone uses, but it is one of the most highly recommended programs for advanced 3D texturing. Substance Painter has a really fantastic reputation. But that's like down the road. There's going to be a lot of building before we get to that. Doing a few little render tests to see, make sure I didn't miss anything. And so that actually went pretty fast at the time. So spend a few more minutes on here. After that, I'm gonna go have some lunch. And I'm gonna do a little write-up of what we did here. So, let's see. Hello. You know, actually, I think I got some like groceries yesterday, so I'm thinking like a ham sandwich. That sounds kind of nice. What about you? Anything good? Hello. Yeah, I don't know. I had a craving for lunch meat, so I got some ham and stuff yesterday. Oh, nice. Is it spicy? I saw you guys did what, like a movie night the other night? Shawarma meat. I don't know what that is. Oh, rice and garlic potatoes. That sounds really yummy. That sounds really good. Did you guys watch anything good for your movie night? Oh, really? Nice. What did you guys end up watching? So Thing 1, there was a 2? I never saw a Thing 2. And the last was Sinister 1 and 2. Okay, I know those two. I didn't know there was a second Thing movie. Is it a remake? Or like an actual sequel? Oh, a prequel. Ooh. Is it from the point of view of the creature? That would be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? And I want to give a, like a shout out to Reploid X for offering the music collaboration that we're listening to. It's really nice and mellow. When I do the write-up for the video, I'll add that information in it. Let's say I already did. No, I don't think I did yet. But I'll leave the links and stuff there. This was kind of a really nice, like mellow BGM today. It was nice. She's taking movie suggestions. That's what happened at the first site. Oh. Okay, okay. I don't remember the... I remember the, monster, there was blood and stuff. I don't remember everything about it so well, though. I forget. Was the thing Stephen King or Dean Koontz, or I'm forgetting who wrote that. I'm pretty sure it was like a book first, right? I don't think, maybe it wasn't King. Who was that? Who created the thing? I can look it up real quick. Let me check. Give me a second. Who created the thing? Let's see what. Okay, the thing. Well, the movie was directed by John Carpenter. Okay, and was written by Bill Lancaster, and based on John W. Campbell's 1938 novella, Who Goes? Oh, it's wow. Okay, that's got some history to it. I didn't know about the Who Goes thing. 1938? Wow. That would make a good game, like a horror game. I don't know, there might even be one. The Thing. That would be like a really interesting, if they don't have a like immersive survival horror experience. I wonder if there is a game. Yeah, though I imagine they probably didn't depict it as intensely gory and like crazy as some of the stuff is, like they probably wrote it, I don't know, like the times stuff was a bit more subtle. And if it was just a novella, it was definitely a smaller body of literature than typically, like, you know, a novel would be. And I'm coming to the tail end of this stream. So next time, we will create the secondary window sill. And I'm not sure we'll be able to fit it all in, but it depends. But what we'll be doing is we'll be creating the second kit bash window sill, which will be different shape, and therefore a different shape fixture and glass to fit it. I'm going to go with something a little bit more like an arch, so that but it's going to be exactly interchangeable too. All we have to do is basically take these in and out, and that is the beauty of kit bashing. Well, Angel, I hope you enjoy your lunch. I'm going to go eat here in a few minutes. Thank you for swinging by the stream. And you too, Cisco. I appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a fun and safe weekend. Thank you guys for showing up and attending the broadcast. Have a great night or day. Thank you. You too.